Hello, and thank you for stopping by. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos arrive. I've talked about this subject before. I've done a few videos on it in my other channel that I had, plus this new one that I've just recently, within the last year, started. And within this video, I want to talk about the Seattle City Council and their Committee on Homelessness Strategies and Investments. And it's not really going to talk too much about the strategies and investments as it is going to just give you a heads up on who's on this committee. Now, as you well know, the homelessness problem is off the chain. Back 40 years ago, the homelessness problem was not nearly as bad as it is now. Loads and loads and loads of people have become homeless, moved to Seattle to become homeless from other areas because they're getting harassed in that area and they feel that they want to live free. Now, I've got nothing against living the way you want to live, as long as your rights do not interfere with another person's rights. After all, as a human being, I'm not the only person on this rock. There's other people around me, so I have to figure out a way to enjoy my freedom without destroying somebody else's freedom. And that's not always easy. Now, the Seattle City Council, the purpose of the Select Committee on Homelessness Strategies and Investments is to deliberate on all issues related to the city of Seattle's ongoing effort to reduce the number of people experiencing homelessness within Seattle and the region. This is an issue of citywide and regional importance that impacts all of the Seattle residents. Now, I'm reading from the Seattle.gov Council Committees on Homelessness. The Select Committee is responsible for overseeing the programs, policies, and investments of the Homeless Strategies and Investment Division of the Seattle Human Services Department, including the navigation team and the work of other city departments related to the city's homelessness response, including activities in the City Auditor's Office, City Budget Office, Department of Construction and Inspections, Department of Finance, Administrative Services, City Attorney's Office, Fire Department, Police Department, Office of Housing, Human Service Department, Department of Neighborhoods, Parks and Recreation, Seattle City Light, Seattle Public Utilities, Seattle Public Libraries, Office for the Civil Rights. Whew, I gotta take a break here, man. That's a lot. And Seattle Department of Transportation. These select committees coordinates and manages the city councils related to the King County's Regional Homelessness Authority. That's an awful lot. That's an awful lot of departments to fix the homelessness problem, for the homelessness problem to still be here. The Select Committee coordinates and manages the council's work related to King County Regional Homelessness Authority, including appointments of implementation, board members, approval of the employee transition plan, review of proposed policies, plans, and annual budgets for the authority. It seems to me like they're bringing in a whole lot of money, but they're not really doing a whole crap load of work because the homelessness problem is getting worse. I, in future videos, will be checking into these. I will be contacting people, and I will see if they'd be willing to go on record and explain to me exactly what's going on with the money that they're getting, what improvements have been made. Why is the homelessness problem worse now than it was last year and the year before? Like I said, for the last 40 some years, the homelessness problem has become way worse than it was before. There's people that moved to Seattle just to be homeless because they figured out how great the homeless have it. And like I said, I'm all for people living free. I'm all for people having rights. And everybody that takes a breath on this earth, whether they're productive in society or they're non-productive in society, they still are a human being. And they still draw a breath. Therefore, I believe that they have the ability to change. Whether they decide to act on that ability and change is another story. Now, either they can change for the better or they can change for the worse. But once you become homeless, and I know this, it's for a fact, I know this because I was homeless for a while. Once you become homeless, it is virtually impossible to become unhomeless if you're in a city that does not offer you a lot of opportunities. Now, the council members, or the committee members right now, the committee members are Council Member Andrew J. Lewis as chair, Vice Chair is Council Member Lisa Herbold, members are Council Member Tammy J. Morales, Council Member Kashima Sawant, Council Member Alex Peterson, Council Member Deborah Juarez, Council Member Dan Strauss, Council Member Teresa Masquade, Council Member Lorena Gonzalez. Now, they have a quorum. 5 members constitutes a quorum for convening a meeting. You have to have at least 5 of those members that say, yeah, we want to do a meeting for it to happen. One person can't just say, hey, gang, come on, man, let's go do a meeting. Doesn't work that way. Now, meetings and date times. This is established in 2021. Meeting dates of this select committee are listed below. Additional meetings of this select committee will be scheduled as necessary in concert with the council president's office. Additional meeting dates may be forthcoming. Now, I think that because the homelessness problem is so bad, I think that they should have a meeting and they shouldn't have to decide. I think they should be doing a meeting all the time because I don't think what they're doing is productive. Now, the first meeting of the year was January 27th, 2021 at 2 p.m. The second meeting was Wednesday. Second meeting was Wednesday, February 24th, 2/21 at 2 p.m. Wednesday, March 24th, 2021 at 2. May 6th, which was a Thursday, that was an off day. They normally do their meetings on Wednesdays once a month. Now, do I think once a month is enough? No, I don't. I do not think that once a month is enough. I think they need to get their ass in gear and start working harder to fix the homeless problem. Either they're going to fix the homeless problem or the homeless problem is going to fix them. They have one May 26th of 2021 on Wednesday, May 26th at 2 p.m. Wednesday, June 23rd at 2 p.m. They're all at 2 p.m. Wednesday, July 28th, 2 p.m. Wednesday, September 22nd at 2 p.m. Those are the upcoming dates between now and September. Now, I'm going to be looking into these. I'm going to find out what they discussed, what they talked about, and I'm going to try to get somebody on record that can explain to me why the homelessness problem is getting worse, considering all the money that they're getting. Now, I get it. You know, you don't want to be unkind to the homeless, but you don't want to be an enabler either. You don't want to make them more comfortably homeless. You want to help them become unhomeless. Now, if they want to live homeless, that's fine, but they can't do it within the city limits. It's not fair to Seattle unless the city finds a space that they can allocate to people that like living outside, that want to live in a tent. They allocate a space of land, and there's got to be some land in Seattle somewhere that they can put the people that want to stay homeless outside inside that area. There, I mean, you get a chance, right? You can stay homeless in this one spot. If you decide to venture outside that spot, you're forced out of the city. It's just that plain and simple. The Seattle City Council needs to work harder to fix the problem. They say it's hard. Yeah, it's harder than it could have been. It's more trouble than it should have been. If they would have picked up on this 40 years ago and tried working on the problem, we wouldn't have nearly the problem with the homelessness as we do now. Not nearly as bad. But they are catering to people that are young professionals. And I don't blame them. Young professionals, they don't complain. They enjoy life. They go to work. They spend money. They have expensive apartments. What do we have? Nothing. We don't offer really anything. We're just the regular part of the city. We don't contribute to the upper crust. We don't spend loads and loads of fancy money. We complain too much. When the city council doesn't get something done, we go to council meetings and we complain. The upper crust of the middle class doesn't do that. The rich don't do that. They don't complain. They should, but they have no reason to complain. All the problems that are facing Seattle touch the working class America, and I'm not talking about the young professionals. I'm talking about the ones that are making minimum wage, and the ones that are working on the docks, and the ones that are working in the warehouses and the factories. People like us complain, and the city doesn't like that. They would rather us be shut up and put up because they see us as a thorn in their side. They would much rather just go to work and not have to do nothing. But they do. The rest of us get stuck doing the dishes. That's the way I look at it. There's those that eat out in the fancy part of the restaurant, and then there's those of us that pick up the plates and do the dishes. But regardless, some days you're the windshield and some days you're the bug. That's just the way it goes. So what are we going to do? How are we going to fix this problem? Are we going to go to the city council every chance we get and find out what's going on? Don't complain about things not getting done. When you ask what's not getting done and why it's not getting done, try to offer a solution that will help. Don't just complain. Try to offer something that you can bring to the table that benefits Seattle as a whole. Don't think of your district. Think outside the box. As a matter of fact, every district makes up the whole city. We're all citizens here. So, what are you going to do? How are you going to make things better? Are you going to bring something to the table, or are you just going to complain that everybody else brought something and you didn't and you're luck out? I don't know what to tell you. I will get back to you on this, though. I will come back and I will ask questions, and I will see if I can get anybody that's willing to go on record for my video. I will bring this up probably in another maybe week to 2 weeks. It'll give me a little time to decide what I'm going to do and find out information on this. But it has to stop. We can't keep the homeless forever. We have to eventually stare the problem straight in the face and decide what we're going to do. I'm going to let you go. If you've got something you'd like to add to this video, please put it in the comment below. If you would like to give me a thumbs up and a like, please do so as well. And if you would like to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button right down over here and hit that notification button so you can be notified when new videos arrive. I'm going to let you go on this note. Remember, make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. Have a good afternoon, Seattle, America, and all points beyond.